headroom as well.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we're live! Hi, we are at the Southside Film Festival. I am going to share this on the Facebooks really quick. Boop. All right. Give us just a second. I'm Ashleigh Strange. This is Michael Gontosky of Hot Splices, and we are going live here at Color Me Mine for the 14th annual Southside Film Festival. Why isn't this working? Okay. All right. This is going to take just... There we go.
Yeah, it looks like it was saying live.
All right. No. Yeah. So we are live. I would like it to. Okay. Fine. I'll just put it on my timeline, and then can you put it on the Facebook page?
Yeah.
We're live now. This is me screaming. We're live. Live now. Exclamation point. Post. All right, so that's all you. Post it. All right, Ashleigh Strange, Michael Gontosky. We are here at the Southside Film Festival. There are a lot of films that are going to be shown this week. Tonight is the opening night, so we are here at Color Me Mine. I'm just going to spin this around a little bit so you guys can see. So there's a lot of food way back in the back over there. There's people just kind of hanging out, and we're going to have a lot more people come in. So hopefully we kind of get the party started, and we're ready to kind of go. Now, Mike, you have been to one of these before, right?
Yes, many years ago. And the festival this year has really grown exponentially. There's 71 films that they're going to be showing all around the South Bethlehem area here at the film festival till Saturday, last till Saturday. And come and check it out. If you live in the Lehigh Valley, and even if you don't live in the Lehigh Valley, if you live in the Philly area, come on down. And you're going to see great documentaries, you're going to see great children's films, you're going to see great animated films. Everything. Short films. It runs the whole spectrum of filmmaking will be here at the Southside Film Festival.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So there's also the Children's Festival, which is running simultaneously, and so we have the Children's Festival going on. We have the Southside, which is adult films, and we have a very adult film. I wouldn't call it adult, but it is the midnight horror film, and that's going to be shown on closing night on the 17th, and that is the horror film The Night Watchman. I'm not a horror film kind of girl, but I can imagine that there are some people who enjoy horror. It's a bunch of guys. The way one of the organizers, Glenn, explained to us, it's a bunch of night watchmen that realize there are dead people and they have to go and kill them. So that's just
sounds like fun.
Yeah,
sounds like fun.
Yeah, and there are films from all over the world. What's one that you're looking forward to? Did you get a chance to look at the film list?
The one we're seeing tonight, actually, the opening film, with Sean Astin from Lord of the Rings, and Rudy, of course. Derailed, I believe it is.
I haven't seen that one. But it is a Kate Micucci film, and it is called Unleashed. It is about...
Unleashed.
Yeah.
It
It is a girl who... realizes that during a supermoon, her dog and her cat have turned into like live people, and so this is it's a comedy. It's a I wouldn't call it coming of age. She's short, but she's not young.
Right.
Yeah, but she's able to kind of hijinks ensue, and we're excited to see that tonight. Everyone's going to be leaving from Color Me Mine and going over there. Should we pick up and walk over there and see kind of what food and stuff looks like right now?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. We are going to take a walk. Can you post that on the Hot Splices page? All right, so we're going to be walking over here. Hi, everyone. We're live. We're live on YouTube. All right, so we've got people handing out passes. You can come and pick up your passes here at Color Me Mine. You can get T-shirts, you can get posters, you can get booklets that have all kinds of good stuff. And this is actually a really, really good thing that's going on. We have a photographer. Where are you from?
Nazareth.
You're from Nazareth. All right. So Kate Micucci is also from Nazareth. So, all right.
Yeah.
And well, she's in the opening night film tonight.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you didn't know that.
I did not know
You'll
that.
learn new
Yeah.
things every
Right.
day. All right. All right. So we've got a lot of great stuff. There's more people right around here. Let's check this out. But more important than people, we have cookies. So many cookies and mystery things that are under this from Tapas on Main. Now, is it pronounced tapas or tapas?
Tapas.
Tapas. All right. So you guys are sponsoring the food for tonight then, right?
Correct.
All right. Awesome. All right. So we are live here. Just trying to find all these great people are hanging out. And we've got a lot of great stuff going on. We are coming back here. All right. So we are back. Oh, hey! Hang on. Allison. This is Allison. Oh, everybody's here. All right. Come on over. All right. Here we go. We are live. We're live on YouTube. Have you guys ever been to the Southside Film Festival before?
We have. I have.
You have.
She
You
has.
like
I
it?
have not.
I do. I love it.
What are you excited to see
Tonight's performance.
tonight? Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good time.
It
Well,
is.
there's a lot of food in there, so you guys should probably get in there and check that out.
Well, thank you, Ashleigh.
You're welcome. Bye. Always good to see friends. Those are from our neighbors over at WDIY, Lehigh Valley's community NPR station, and your source for NPR news, public affairs, and a great mix of hand-picked music. All right. So, Mike, we don't have any filmmakers here yet, but there are a lot of people in there. So, tell us kind of, this is, I should have a bib that says, like, Ashleigh's first film festival. Like what should we expect from a film festival?
Expect a lot of different films from different genres, and a lot of filmmakers with different visions that you're not going to see at the multiplex. That's what film festivals are about giving out artistic outlets to artists and filmmakers who wouldn't have an outlet, because you can't go to your local multiplex with a short film and say, hey, could you play this for the for my hometown. A film festival gives you the opportunity and the outlet if you have a film, or if you want to make a film, the outlet to get exposure and to show it so other people can see it, and then you can go to other film festivals and then take it on the road to other film festivals, and then word of mouth spreads with your film, and then you get more press and more attention, and then you get more money for your next film. Actually.
So hopefully the next film you make isn't going to be considered so much an indie film as it is like a major blockbuster or something like that.
Right, exactly.
Now, there's also the chance that films from film festivals can kind of become cult classics.
Absolutely.
Do you know if any, is that kind of the goal of people that are here?
It depends on the film. It really does. If the film, if it's a cult, it depends on the subject matter of the film. If it's cult film material, then a cult film audience will accept it. If it's mainstream, they'll go to the mainstream audience. It all depends. It's basically an outlet, a film festival, of getting your film out there and being shown to people who otherwise wouldn't have the opportunity to see it.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's pretty great. Do you mind going and grabbing Glenn? Do you mind grabbing Glenn and bringing him over here just for a couple of seconds?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we spy Glenn Kohler, who we interviewed a couple of times on this channel already, and we are pretty excited to have him come over and answer a couple of questions about the film festival. It's going to be a great night. There's a lot going on. and we hope to be able to continue this. Color Me Mine is located on 3rd Street in South Bethlehem, so if you're watching now and you want to come on down, come on down. Glenn, join the party. Join the party. This is us. We're at the Southside Film Festival, and we're live. All right, so Glenn, tell us, we already talked to you about the festival.
Yep.
And you're probably already, how many beers deep are you? No, I'm kidding.
Only half of one so far.
Half of one. All right, I want to ask you a little bit about this. Now, it
Sure.
looks like a fist being raised in the air.
Yep.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
I didn't design it. We have a great graphic designer. Her name's Ann Schauer. And we felt that with, all the divisiveness kind of going on in the world today, that, film is a very empowering art form. So it kind of, plays on that theme a little bit.
Awesome.
And she we don't give her any direction any year. She always comes up with a new design, new poster design, t-shirt design every year, and it's always phenomenal. I think, with all the crazy crap going on in the world today, it's a very powerful message that film can speak to a lot of people.
And do you think that film kind of has the ability to kind of change people in that way?
I do. I think that film can help you see a different viewpoint that you may not previously have taken into account. Maybe you don't agree with that viewpoint per se, but I think it's a very unifying thing, even though certain films can be very divisive. There's something about coming together in a theater with a bunch of people and watching the same movie, and everybody walking away with different opinions and thoughts about that movie. So I think that's a really great thing, and that's how you build community and build dialogue, and I think it's a great thing.
Now, you have some of the filmmakers that are here at the party, but also tonight's film, you're going to have a Q&A with the director afterwards, after Unleashed.
Mm-hmm.
And where is that being shown?
So Unleashed is being shown at the Charter Arts High School on 3rd Street here in Bethlehem. And
It's a hop, skip, and a jump. It's right over
indeed,
there.
right down the street. And we're very happy to have Finn Taylor here, who's the director of Unleashed, and he flew in from San Francisco just for tonight. And we also have I'm not going to spoil it, but we have a little special message from the star of the film preceding the movie. So
Awesome.
we're happy to have that as well.
All right, sounds great. So the way that you have like that set up, you're able to get directors to talk directly to the people watching their films.
Yep.
Now, I need a bib. I was saying earlier, I need a bib. This is Ashleigh's first film festival. Is that usual for film festivals, that people are offered that opportunity?
Some of them they don't offer that. I've heard varying stories, but we've kind of made a name for ourselves as the Filmmakers Festival. We put up all the filmmakers in Lehigh University dorm housing. Lehigh University's worked with us for years to do that, and it's always a great thing having people here. We always give them the chance to have a Q&A session. We always invite them to all the parties to make sure that they come out and can talk to people during the parties about their films and their next projects. And we just love hearing. I mean, the best thing about watching a film here is being able to talk to the person who made it. So it's a pretty awesome
Or
thing.
people who were in it.
Yeah, or people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have cast, crew. We're showing a movie about Highlights Magazine, and somebody from the magazine's coming to do a Q&A session. So
That's awesome.
all
That's
kinds of little facets of the movie we get people come from.
That's great. That's great. And Highlights, the 44 pages is the documentary about Highlights, and they're made in Lansdale? Hosedale. So many Dales.
I get them all screwed up too.
Do you have anything else you'd like to add before I let you get back to your beer?
Just coming out to the festival, enjoy some films, and let's make it a good party this year.
All right. If you see anybody else you want me to interview, send them over my
All right,
way, and I'll
will do.
definitely do that. Thanks, Glenn.
All right, thank you.
Glenn Kohler. He is one of the people in charge of the Southside Film Festival. So let's see. We have a lot of great films this year. The one tonight, as I've said, is Unleashed. And so Unleashed is starring Kate Micucci, who you know from Garfunkel and Oates. She was a great part of that duet, and they were also in a television series. So 44 pages is going to be the highlights video, and then you've got place films like The Billboard Boys, which we've talked about on the show before. It's a documentary. We've got a lot of documentaries, but also there's some animated films like Confirmed, and there are also some horrors. Again, I'm not a big horror person, but as soon as Mike comes over from the table, he's more of a horror guy, so he'll definitely have something to say about that. We've got death metal, which is a metalhead gets passed down a satanic guitar that riffs to shreds, and Dawn of the Deaf. When a strange sound wipes out the hearing population, a small group of deaf people must band together to survive. Now, this doesn't seem so much like a horror film as something that deaf people just kind of have to do all the time. So let's see, that was directed by Robert Savage. It's from the UK. So hopefully it'll be screened at Victory Firehouse, 9:20 p.m. Wednesday, June 14th. That's tomorrow. So hopefully you guys will be able to come out and see that. It's one of those late night horror films, and it's an interesting concept and one that I would be willing to explore a little bit. We've got Fanny Pack is a comedy short about a young Indian American woman who wants to follow her dreams, and a fanny pack clad Indian father who chases his daughter through the airport, hoping that she will follow him. Let's see, we've got Gift Horses, which is a documentary short. Happy Hunting is another horror feature. It is an alcoholic drifter must battle withdrawal and psychotic rednecks after he becomes the target of a deranged sporting event. Who among us have not become the target of deranged sporting events? I ask you. Now, another thing that we have talked about is that there is the Children's Film Festival. And the Children's Film Festival is just as good. Sometimes you don't want to bring kids. Party foul in the back. Sometimes you don't want to bring kids to something like a comedy horror short. But you do want kids to experience films from around the world and kind of expand their film vocabulary. And so that's why they have the Children's Film Festival, which will be happening around the same time. And so it's all happening this week. It's all happening in Bethlehem. And there are 3 places that you can go. You can go to the Victory Firehouse, and you can also pick up your tickets from there. You can go to the Victory Firehouse. You can go to Deja Brew. You can come right here to Color Me Mine, pick up your tickets. They're right over there. And you can also go to Lehigh University. They're going to have tickets as well. And the Lehigh Valley Charter School for the Arts. Yes. And so there's all that kind of stuff. Hi, folks. Welcome, welcome. Get over here. All right. But there's a lot of great stuff going on. We are only 20 minutes into this, and there are people all over the place. I'm going to spin this around a little bit so that you can see. We have a lot of people that are just coming in. Like the line is getting longer, and the food line is definitely getting longer. I know that I will not be partaking, as I will be sitting right here. But I know somebody who's supposed to be sitting right here is partaking right now. All of the food is catered by Tapas on Main, which is just a few streets over that way. You would know that if you were here, because you'd be able to see all this stuff. Now, like Glenn was saying, you get a chance to kind of hobnob. Whoa! When you get a second, all right? Jeff Slavic just came in. He is the orchestrator he's the orchestrator of the Southside Film Festival, and he spoke with us for a couple of episodes of Hot Splices last week. So we're excited to have him come over here. All right, we need come on, Mike, come on. We need food. We need to talk about the food. You were in the food line. How was it?
Yeah, the food line's good. The food was good. It's a lot of people are here. I'd say about 40 people maybe, possibly
All right.
50. And the food looks good. It's from like you said, Tapas on Main, which is a really good restaurant here in Bethlehem, South Bethlehem. And it's it's a good. They have a lot of good food, and a lot of good drink.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Did you get a chance to hobnob with any bigwigs? Ask about any films? Did you see any filmmakers in there? Any famous people? Are the flash bulbs going out?
Nah, no paparazzi. That's one thing. We don't have that.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to get some. If any of you are in the paparazzi and would like to join.
No.
Oh no.
We don't need you.
Okay. No. See, I'm new to this. I'm new to all of this. All right. So there's a lot of. I was talking about. Did you get a chance to post that on our Facebook page, on the Hot Splices Facebook page? The link that I put on my page.
No, not yet.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
Yes. Awesome. All right. That way more people will tune in live because it looks like we have one person. Can you do that right now? Do you mind?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome. So we are, like I said, this is Ashleigh Strange, Michael Gontosky of Hot Splices. Wow. Okay. Sorry, I heard my own voice, and I'm super vain, so that just kind of happens all the time. But yeah, so we are here from Hot Splices. We have a weekly video that we put out about once a week, and it's about local We and that's kind of what this week is all about here in the Valley.
And we also cover national releases. We cover the worldwide film circuit. We cover national releases, big films, superhero films. Small films, whatever. We cover the box office as well on our site. If you want to check out our site to see the weekly box office reports of what film was number one for the week. We post articles about aspects of film that aren't talked about, technical aspects, cinematography, editing, the business of filmmaking.
And birthdays. We don't forget birthdays.
That's right.
Whose birthday is it today?
And the birthdays, that's right.
It's somebody's birthday today, though, right?
Yeah, my friend, actually. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my friend Patrick. I wish you a happy birthday, Patrick.
Is it also Malcolm McDowell's birthday today?
That's right, and Malcolm McDowell's birthday. That's right. Malcolm McDowell, who's a really great guy, by the way. I had a chance to meet him up in New York City a couple years ago, and he's a really, really great man. Really great man.
Awesome. Yeah, and the way that the Valley works, we've got people coming in from all over for this film festival. So it really gives an opportunity for a lot of people to kind of come together and see films from all over the world that they wouldn't ordinarily see. So if you have a chance, visit SSFF, SouthsideFilmFestival.org. And you can go online, you can get your tickets, you can come to one movie, you can come to 5 movies, or if you're feeling crazy, you can watch all 71 films.
Back to back.
I wonder if anyone has done that.
I don't, that'd be a world record, I believe.
That would be. Let's see, who we have Jeff Foslavic that just walked in. I think there are a couple of other directors, but of course it's hard to interview people when they have food in their mouths. What was the most recent film that you saw?
Wonder Woman.
Yeah. No spoilers. I have not seen it. How is it?
Amazing. A really great superhero film that really, it's so good. It's the best superhero film. To say it's a superhero film is to put it down, really. It's better than that. The story's great, the acting's great. The direction is great by Patty Jenkins, female director of the film Monster, the film that which Charlize Theron won Best Actress for playing Arlene Wormus, the first female serial killer. And Charlize Theron was amazing in that role. And Patty Jenkins directed this film, Wonder Woman. And I really think it's the best superhero film since The Dark Knight. And I'm not the only person to say this. Other critics are saying the same thing. The story works, the acting works. Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman is perfect, the perfect Wonder Woman. Chris Pine is also excellent. It's an excellent war film. It breaks the glass ceiling when it comes to superheroes. It's really the first female-driven superhero film. It's a great romance. It has a great old-fashioned feel to it of the 40s. It's a great war film, and the story's great. It's smartly written. It's very smart dialogue.
I don't read the comic books. Talk about a little bit about the plot without spoilers. Can you just kind of give us a quick rundown?
Well, there's a lot to it. I mean, it's a pretty heavy film. It really is. It's very complicated. It's an origin story, which I always think makes for the best superhero films, are the films that give us the background of the superhero. And this film really is interesting. You know, Wonder Woman was raised on an island of just women that dates back to Greek mythology. And one day, a biplane lands on their island, and it's a World War I biplane. And it's World War I is happening, but they're on this island, and they're unaware of this, that there's a war going on. And it's Chris Pine. Chris Pine gets stranded on this island of all females, and they've been.
Sounds terrible. How does he survive?
I know, it's a rough situation, right? That's a tough gig. It's a tough gig, but he manages to make it by sheer will and determination. He survives.
Now, the way I see it, and there are a lot of women in that film, and there are also a lot of women working on the film. And so to me, that seems like the perfect, place to be. Coming from a place where, there's, I work with a bunch of guys and stuff like that, but it just seems like living on an island with a bunch of women would be fantastic.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it would just be the best.
I know you should have been happier, Chris Pine, to be stranded on that island, but he has to get off because it's World War I, and he has to go back to military service.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He's in paradise. He doesn't have to go anywhere.
That's true, but he has to go back. Well, duty calls, and he has to serve his country, and then he brings Wonder Woman back to the mainland, to Britain. And it's really neat. It's a great fish out of water story to see Wonder Woman in Britain, which is really neat because she has no idea how the real world works. She's just been living on this island all her life. She was born on this island, so she has to go into Britain during the 1930s, the 1920s, around there, actually.
Okay, well, I was born in Alaska in the 1980s, and I was homeschooled, so I kind of see how that is, because when I moved to the East Coast, there was much I didn't know.
Right.
I was like, what is a Cracker Barrel? Is it just like a place that you go and pull
buy
up
crack barrels,
it's like
a
a
store.
Maybe it's a drug house. I mean, it could still be a drug house. I don't know. I've never been to a Cracker Barrel.
That's Crack Barrel.
Oh, correct. Okay, so there's two different things.
Yeah.
All right, just letting you guys know, again, Ashleigh Strange, Michael Gontosky of Splices. We are here at Color Me Mine for the 14th annual Southside Film Festival. And if you would all like to raise your fist with a camera in it, that's what this is all about. These are films that are documentaries, that are fiction, but they're making a difference, changing lives. And sometimes movies are just kind of escapism. I don't know. What do you think?
All of the above. I really do. Films can change your life. They can, documentaries, you can learn so much from a documentary that's never talked about and that you will not read anywhere else. Documentaries really expose the truth about things, and people should know. And every genre of film, affects people for different emotional reasons. And that's what makes, that's why there's so many great genres, dramas, comedies. There's not many comedies released. I just read an article, there's not many comedies being released anymore. And nobody really knows why. And that Hollywood wants to start making, and the comedies they're making are pretty bad, really. The last bunch of comedies have not been funny.
Well, I mean, they've been gross-out comedies. They've been explicit comedies because everyone's trying to push it just to that edge. But sometimes, something that worked for like a television show worked for a half hour once a week or an hour once a week. Baywatch. Turns into a film and kind of loses some of the magic.
Right. It loses something in translation. The charm of some of these TV shows. When they go to the big screen, they lose that charm. Mm-hmm. They lose that small screen charm. Something gets lost in translation. Mm-hmm. With a lot of these films they're making now, from going from small screen to the big screen, they get a lot is lost in translation, unfortunately. So.
Yeah. Well. And, that I'll take it back from me. And that tends to happen a lot. But I think that with a lot of the short films that we have coming out, and I'm going to get my list out again, But with a lot of the short films that we have coming out, they've taken an idea, and what I feel with a lot of films is like they take an idea, they're like, let's make this into an hour-long movie. But it's the people who have a small idea, and sometimes it's a big idea, and they manage to get it into a short film. And those are some of the things that I think we have to look forward to. Frankly, we've got so there's a comedy short called Jewish Blind Date. Now, this seems to be something. Hi. Would you like to come over and be interviewed?
Yeah, have a seat.
Yeah, come on over.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So what is your name?
All right, I am Ashleigh Strange, and what's your name?
Ashleigh Strange. My name is Jackie Ferris. I'm with Julian Ferris Films.
Awesome. So you have a film in the festival.
We do. Julian Ferris Films has a film in the festival. Yes.
All right, which one?
It's called King of the Buskers, and it's basically about the subculture of street performers. And it's focusing on a part-time busker who's from the Lehigh Valley by the name of Todd Kent. He's just amazing with his magic. He does street magic. And he takes a journey to Key West, Florida to meet the king of the buskers, who is a gentleman, an English gentleman by the name of Gazzo, Gazzo, and seek his advice, talk to him a little bit about, what it's like to be a busker, and so our film just kind of generates around that journey.
Nice. And so it's a short film, it's a full length?
It's 25 minutes, so it's a short film.
Nice. So what kind of research had to go into a film like this? Because that's a long history, the buskers. Like it's, you used to see them all the time, but now it's not so much of a profession anymore. I don't know.
Well, we, did just some basic research, into buskers, the Busker Hall of Fame, which Gazzo was recently inducted into. But we wanted our film to be pure. We wanted it to be capturing the moment. So we basically just followed Todd Kent around with a camera as he went to find Gazzo, and we interviewed Todd and Gazzo, and got some of the really beautiful, scenery around Mallory Square. Mallory Square is actually the mecca for buskers, if you will.
Really?
Some of the best buskers in the world go to Mallory Square to draw a ticket out of a bucket to get their slots, and they'll perform for all the tourists that come down. So it really is. It's a very colorful and kitschy kind of departure for Julian Ferris Films.
Nice. Now, I know that there are some buskers that it kind of like, I've been to, the big cities where they just kind of take over parts of Central Park and things like that. But what makes the busker that you followed different from, like, all the other guys?
Well, the busker that Julian Ferris Films followed, Todd Kent, his personality, he is a people person to the nth degree. He will grab you and just really fascinate you with card tricks, coin tricks. They run the gamut. Every time I see him, he's got something new. He's always got a joke, and he has managed to travel around the world with no money in his pocket, but a couple of cards and a winning personality, and the stories that he tells. Just listening to him, it's fascinating. It really is.
That's awesome. Well, I'm excited to see his story. When is it playing during the festival?
It's going to be playing on Wednesday night, and then Thursday night, and then Saturday. And the whole Julian Ferris Films crew will be there. My co-director, Amy Unger, our producer, Meg Reese, and also Rob Pierce, who is our graphics guy who came up with the concept. The poster is very unique in that it's a Key West sunset with an English derby or a bowler. So the whole crew will be there, and we're really excited because this festival it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of, this year they've really dialed it up a couple of notches.
So Julian Ferris Films has had films in the festival before?
Yes. We had Letters to Frida last year, which was we won the audience award with Letters to Frida, so last year. So this is a great festival. It really is. We love
That's
it.
awesome. Do you have anything you'd like to add?
No, I just would like to encourage everyone to come out to the film festival and bring your family and just kind of check it out. This year there's so many different documentaries that people can check out that I don't know which one I want to see them all, but it's almost impossible. But
You have to take a whole week off of work first and then go and do it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, awesome. Well, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you. I
And
appreciate
make sure that you check out Julian Ferris Films' King of the Buskers,
Yes.
which is showing Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. All right? So make sure that you do that. Thank you so much for
Thank
stopping
you.
by. All right.
Okay.
Make sure you get some of that food. I hear it's great.
I will.
All right. So we have a lot going on. We just spoke with part of the team of King of the Buskers, and it's going to be great. Again, Ashleigh Strange and Michael, the guy who went to go get some more food, are here, and we are at Color Me Mine in Southside Bethlehem for the 14th annual film festival. And so this is a film festival that's been going on for a really long time. They really got a chance to kind of bring a lot of people together from all over the world and, just show a lot of great films. So something, let's see, are we getting questions? We're not getting any questions. But if you would like to tune in and you've got a question for a director that we can answer, then we will do our best. We will do our absolute best. Yep. So, we just spoke with Jackie Ferris, who is, and it looks like it's going to be screened at Victory Firehouse at 5:20 on Wednesday, 5:20 on Thursday, and 1:20 on Saturday. So, hopefully we get to kind of do that. All right. Let's see. We've got some more movies. Now, there is one from Mexico. There are, like I said, there are some from all over the world. We've got France, Mexico, Ireland. The one from Mexico and the UK is called La Madre Buena, and it's a Mexican mother embarks upon an epic journey across land and through her politics to find her son's birthday request, a Donald Trump piñata. So that one's going to be showing on Wednesday and Saturday at the Sinclair Auditorium. And that's another one when Glenn was talking about earlier, like they're films that make a difference. They're films that are raising their fists and actually, trying to get a message across. And that one's actually a short film. It's a comedy short, and films don't have to be very long when they kind of grab you. Kind of like Jackie was talking about with the buskers. Like a busker, all they have to do is do a little magic, and they can show you exactly what they're doing. And it's really a great opportunity for people to share their message in a place like Bethlehem. The Lehigh Valley has lots and lots of people here that love to watch great films, and this is just one of the opportunities. I know that there are other film festivals, in Jersey and other places, but we got the best one. I tell you, we got the best one. The Southside Film Festival here in Bethlehem. If you would like to pick up tickets or passes, you can do so. Go to ssff.org or southsidefilmfestival.com, or you can pick them up at Deja Brew. You can pick them up right now at Color Me Mine. We are here. It is the 13th of June, Tuesday, 2017. If you show up right now, you will be able to pick up your passes. You will be able to get some free food. They've got tapas over there that I learned how to pronounce tonight because I'm a little bit ignorant. And they've got tapas, they've got beer. I'm drinking water, and it's going to be a great night. We already got to talk to a couple of filmmakers tonight, and there's still 20 minutes left in this broadcast. So we're really hoping that a lot of people come out, show support, and show support for local films. One of the films that's going to be showing is called Old Men Singing, and we got to talk to Jeff Slavic about that. And the film that he's got is, this was going to be one of his favorites. He said that it was about a bunch of men who used to go to Cornell University, and they were in the a cappella group. And while they were, singing and stuff like that, they got to meet all kinds of people. Old Men Singing is 50 years later, after their final performance, they all came together and sang again. So it's a feel-good film, and it's got some Bethlehem ties. There are a couple of people that are from Bethlehem that went to Cornell University. We'll forgive them for that, for not going to Lehigh. But there are people that live and work among us, and they're in these great films, and a lot of them are going to be here tonight, and they are, kind of like Glenn said, they're all staying up at Lehigh University. You can probably come by and knock on their dorm room door and find out more about their films. They're very accessible, and we just wanted to get a chance to sit down and talk to them a little bit. What are some other great films that we have coming up? We've got, this one's from China. It's called May, and it's a mixed media animation. Now, a lot of these animated films sometimes kind of fly under the radar because animated films are, people think that they're children's films, or people think that, they're not for everyone. But this is a mixed media animation that takes you through a girl's journey with her caretaker, May, capturing the moments as she reminisces about her childhood in Hong Kong. And again, that's a short one. So it doesn't take an awful lot, but I know that with animated films, it takes a lot longer to make them because you have like each frame to kind of figure out. And I'm a big fan of animated films myself, but I grew up on Disney, so what am I gonna do? I'm gonna take a drink of water, and we can all take a couple of seconds to ponder where Mike Gontosky went. And I'm going to introduce Hot Splices again. Hot Splices is a website and a YouTube page where we get to talk about different films. We get to talk about filmmaking. We get to talk about the ideas behind the films and really get into the nitty-gritty. But mostly, we're just three folks that like to talk about films. Paul Willistein works for the Lehigh Valley Press, and so he has a lot of access and a lot of people and know-how, and he's seen a lot. He's seen a lot of films. Mike Gontosky, I'm pretty sure his full-time job is watching movies. Not sure exactly, but he is also one of the people that is on the panel. And then there's me. I like watching movies too. My movie watching usually tends toward like old wonderful musicals, Hello Dolly and the like. But there are so many things that are here to see this weekend. There are 71 films that you can see this weekend. And if you're actually wanting to see them all, you could probably do it. You could probably see every single film. I don't know if anyone has actually ever done that, but, that's a question kind of for the ages. Some of the other films that are going to, let's see. This one is from Ireland, directed by Richard O'Connor. It's called My Friend Nearly Killed Patti Smith. A near-fatal accident, a near romance, phone calls, paper houses, and matchbox cars. And that's all that it talks about. So some of these films you have to come and see them. You have to be able to, kind of look at them and say, hey, I don't know anything about this film. And let's say you were going to see Wonder Woman, or you were going to see something like that. Those are kind of known things, and the way that other things work is that when you come to see a film that you know nothing about, maybe you don't even know the title, maybe you just picked up your pass here at Color Me Mine, or over at Deja Vu, or over at the, online at ssff.org. And, you picked up your pass and you just want to come see some movies. Those are also things that happen. But you get a chance to not judge a book by its cover, to not judge a film by its title, or by who's in it. Kate McCucci, who's from Nazareth, is in the film that's going to be showing tonight. In about 15 minutes, everyone's going to go over to the Victory Firehouse and watch the film, or the Lehigh Valley Charter Center for the Arts, and we're all going to go over and we're going to watch the film. And the director's going to be there. There's going to be a Q&A afterward, and there's going to be a chance to kind of mingle with the people that made the film. And maybe you don't know some of the people in it. Maybe you only know Kate McCucci. Maybe you've heard of Sean Astin. the point is that when you come to a film festival, you don't come to see the people that you know. You come to learn more about film in general. You come to like expand your mind. It's like if you go to a museum and you only see Michelangelo. Every once in a while, you want to see a Rodin, or you want to see a Jim Bob, who made a sculpture. That's what this is all about. It's all about showcasing people who ordinarily wouldn't have some place to showcase like a 5-minute animated short. But they have that opportunity here at the Southside Film Festival in Bethlehem. All right, there are a lot of people showing up. I'm going to spin it around so that you can take a look. We've got a lot of people here. We've got more people that are kind of filling the area in the back there. Not so much out here, and we designed it that way so that you can hear my lilting voice.
Okay.
He's coming.
What are you going to ask me?
I just want to ask you a couple questions about the festival.
Okay. You can't ask me about films because I don't like paying attention to the films.
Okay, good. We'll talk about how you don't like paying attention to films.
I don't pay attention to the films because I just go to watch them. Okay? So I don't know ahead of time what I'm going in to see.
See, I was just talking about that.
I'm not on the jury. All right? I don't want to be on the jury. All right? I don't want to have to watch really bad movies that we don't pick, okay? So I do other things. Like
So tell the people your name.
I'm John Saraceno from Saraceno Design on the south side of Bethlehem, and I've been on the board since almost the beginning. I do a good bunch of the fundraising. That's what I do.
Nice.
I'm not afraid to ask people for money.
And that makes one of us.
Yes, no, that's exactly.
But I will ask you for some. Do you have any right now? To kind of.
No.
No. Okay, he doesn't have any right now.
No.
So what I was just talking about is the way that people would sometimes go to a big theater to see an actor they know. Film festivals are different. And you said that you just go to watch the film. You don't know what it's about. Sometimes you don't even know the title.
Yeah, I don't worry about that. Okay, there's so many, and there's really good films. Okay, I just don't want to be involved in picking them. I've got enough other stuff to do at the festival level and I take too long to make a judgment about a film. Okay, like I have to stew about it for a while. And, like a week later, I'll go, "Oh, that was really good," But I got involved because friends asked me to get involved. That's it. It's not a crazy film person. All right. I got involved because it's something that's really cool to work on, and it's something cool that adds to the neighborhood that I've been working on for almost 35 years now to move forward and change and grow, okay? So when I go to watch the movies, I go to watch the movies, okay, like everybody else, and it's like most normal people do. And, you sit there
So you're classifying yourself as normal.
Relative,
We're just getting that on paper. Okay.
That's a relative. It's a relative term. Trust me. Okay. You watch the films and it's like, wow, that was cool. That had a great story. Oh, that sucked really bad. The filmmaker needs some psychological counsel. Okay. It runs the gamut. All right. And I'm working with my friends. It's like we're all volunteers. Nobody gets paid. Okay. We're just doing it for the love of the neighborhood, and some for the love of film, some for the love of hey, we're gonna have a nice party. I don't know what motivates everybody, but I've seen great films here that I've really enjoyed. I've met really interesting filmmakers. been great to sit and talk to them and what motivates them and how they get into it and why the hell are they doing it, you know. I've tried to help filmmakers in the area find locations to do movies, so I end up doing stuff anyway, whether I like to or not. You know? So it's just part of life.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Well, and when it comes to the film festival, how long have you been a part of the film festival?
14 years.
14 years. So,
Yeah,
have you
yeah,
ever
all of it.
seen every single film?
No, never. There's
Is it possible?
I don't know if it is possible. Okay, simply be a conflicts of like, there's only so many time slots from Tuesday night to Saturday night. So, and it's like, I'm not sure if you could actually go see every film. Maybe some of the guys in the jury did. Okay, where they've seen every one. There was. Have you talked to Jeff?
Not
from
yet.
Deja Brew?
He walked away, but he's coming back.
Well, see, in the beginning, he used to watch every film from beginning to end, even if it was really, really bad, okay?
Wow.
And then I found out about that, and then it's like, Jeff, you're an idiot, okay? After 20 or 25 minutes, the thing sucks, turn it off, and go to bed, you know? But he'd be up to hours in the night watching.
So he didn't get sleep, but during Film Festival #1, 14 years ago,
Yeah.
how many films would you say?
No, you need to talk to Jeff.
Okay.
That's the kind of crap that he can just like spin
All
out.
right,
He knows
all
how
right.
many
We'll
films.
throw
how
that
many,
crap at Jeff.
How many countries? How many? You know, it's like.
I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
You've been here since year one. What is different about this week, than as opposed to year one?
There's a bigger, noisier party. Okay. Other than that, surprisingly, the film festival itself and how it flows hasn't really changed. Okay. It's once we go through all the machinations that we go through to get started, it's a quiet experience the whole week. Okay. Now, there's somebody has to deal with volunteers and stuff, and we have one woman who loves doing that, and no one will ever criticize her for, okay? So, but the rest of us just go about making sure there's no problems, or if there is, we deal with them, but it really does run fairly smoothly. Everybody goes into a dark room and watches a film. There's no one wandering around on the streets, you know? So
it's better than a music festival, in your opinion. If you had a film festival and a music festival, you'd rather be at the film festival.
It's, yeah, probably, but it's not better, it's just different. It's quieter, okay?
All right, we're here, we're talking about the 14th Annual Southside Film Festival. We're here live at Color Me Mine. Thank you so much for stopping to talk to us. Now you can go and you can eat, you can have a couple more beers. They're all sponsored by Tapas on Main, and we're here at Color Me Mine in South Bethlehem. There's a lot of good stuff going on. What is one film that you are looking forward to, that you know is happening this week?
Tonight's opening film. We have a film wrangler who goes to film festivals and stuff. He's Benny. I don't know if you talked to Benny yet. Real big round guy. He's out here somewhere.
You're gonna have to narrow it down.
Okay. He's out there somewhere. The one year, I said, Benny, I'm tired of starving kids in India. We need something funny, okay? You need to go find a funny film. So he did. He found one, okay? And he's like, I hope this is good. He says, I think it's funny. Let's see. It got a standing ovation on opening night. And it was...
Is that him?
No. I'm not sure who he is. Okay? Avert your eyes, okay? So it was... He came back with, like... You get into the documentaries and you travel down weird paths sometimes, okay? And that's fine. That's part of what independent film is all about. But it was just like, Benny, once in a while, we got to have something funny. So he tries to find, and this is a funny one tonight. The star of this movie is, I think her name is Kathy Matuchin. Kate, or it's Kate Matuchin, okay? And she's on the Big Bang Theory. She's Roger's girlfriend who climbs out the windows because she can't stand to be around a whole lot of people. She's from Nazareth, and she's like really funny. So this should be a good one tonight.
All right, awesome.
Good talking
Thank
with
you so much.
All right, you're welcome. See you later.
See you later. All right. So it was just like he said. We have a lot of people. We have a lot of volunteers that come together just because they love film. Just because they love being here in Bethlehem. There are local films. There are films from all over the world. There are, films that came out this year. There are films that came out last year. One of, the idea behind a film festival is to find something new. And that's exactly what he said. And that's exactly what a lot of people are here to do. So, there's a lot of stuff going on. We're here at Color Me Mine in Southside Bethlehem. We've been broadcasting for almost an hour about the Southside Film Festival. Mike is having a beer, and Mike is escaping. There he goes. All right. At least I know where my co-host is almost at all times. Just that the seat doesn't get too cold. If you know somebody that likes films, even if you don't like films, even if you're one of those weirdos, you know someone who does like films. You know someone that does want to come and talk to the filmmakers, or just come and just appreciate movies. There's a lot of awesome stuff that can happen when people get together in a dark room. There's a lot of crazy things that can happen when people get together in a dark room, but when it comes to films, when it comes to film festivals, you're experiencing this together. There's short films, there's long films, there's films from India, Ireland, Japan, China, the United States, the United Kingdom, such as it is right now. But the point is that a lot of people love films. Hey, Mike, you want to come over for a second?
Sure.
Come on.
I'm not used to being in front of the camera.
That's all right. Mike usually isn't in front of the camera. This is Michael Phoenix. He runs Valley and Beyond and Surreal Vale City.
Thank you very much for having me on. This is a completely different experience for me.
All right, so now I'm interviewing you this time. So, have you been to a lot of film festivals?
First one. Honestly, I've never, with both magazines, I haven't even had time or thought to even review a movie, let alone attend a film festival. So I'm really psyched about this, especially with it being indie films.
So what are you most excited about, kind of with this? Because there's 71 films this year.
And I'm going to try to hit almost every single.
You're going to try it.
We
have a winner.
I cleared the calendar. This is it for the week.
He's going to make it happen.
There's actually a horror movie. I forget what it's called, but there's one of the late night horror movies.
The Night Watchman.
I think so. Yeah, I saw that. I'm really pumped about that one.
Now, I'm not much of a horror girl. You like horror films?
I like the true horror, not this slasher blood and guts. I like the psychological horror where,
more thriller.
Yeah, where, all right, if I'm on, it's like, make me be afraid to go to sleep at night, or make me be afraid to look in the mirror with all the lights out.
So you like Roger Corman, like the B movies, or like the kind that you would see at a film festival?
Yeah, definitely.
Because they're a little more raw.
Yeah, get me psychologically scared. Don't send me in the bathroom when you pee my guts out from, all the blood and guts.
Right.
It's like, I'm the type of, let me use my imagination. Make the supernatural real for people, not just, oh wow, how many people can we kill in a 90-minute horror film?
Yeah.
I even think there's one or two sci-fi fantasy movies in here.
There are. There's a few that are short. There are like short horror films. There are short comedy films. Short dramas.
That's one thing that I'm really psyched about is that actually in the article I did, I was standing outside when we started. I was like, there's so much wide variety here. There's something for everyone.
Yep. There's even the children's film festival.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's like that's what coming this is my first year. I'm really excited about it because I've done so much in the past 4 years here in Lehigh Valley, and I'm like, I'm really pumped about this. And by the way, one thing I have to interject on the personal side, Mike and I don't know if he told you, we go back to being kids.
He did say that. Mike
Yeah.
Gontosky used to go to elementary school with this guy.
Yeah, so we go back a long time.
So the hair loss is just him. It wasn't like a school like lead paint issue.
He's always had the short hair. Now back then, I had the short hair. When I graduated Catholic school, I'm like, I'm done with it.
There you go.
But can I ask you, what is you excited about this film festival?
Mostly, I'm excited to watch the short animated films. I think that
There's anime.
there are animated. Even there are animated films that are for children. There are animated films that are not for children. There's a really wide variety, and I think that especially with animated films, it shows a lot of you put a lot more work into it.
Right.
And for a big payout, sometimes it's a big idea that they put into a 5-minute movie.
Yep.
So those are what I'm.
I still remember Heavy Metal from 1980, Akira, Vampire Hunter D, the original, not the one based on the PlayStation game Part 2.
All right.
They actually came out with a Heavy Metal Fact 2, which came out with a video game. If you see the original, they downgraded an awesome R-rated movie with great plotline, great soundtrack to a PG-13.
They seem to do that, and that's something that I like about like film festivals is you're seeing original ideas. You're not.
Right.
This has been a summer of sequels,
And the
right
summer
now,
of the superheroes.
summer of superheroes, summer of sequels,
And remakes.
and remakes. Oh my God,
Top Gun
Baywatch.
2, I mean, come on.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
But the thing about a film festival is that you have the opportunity to kind of see something new.
yeah.
Something that you wouldn't think of seeing in a theater, but you're going because it's raw, it's emotional, and you're looking almost directly at the filmmaker.
And also, when you go to the parties and when you go to the QAs, you can actually meet the people that created it, the actors.
You can
and
also
everything.
get free food. There's free food here from
and
K-Bars.
free beverages too.
And free
Both
beverages.
for adults and for children. You
Yes,
know.
yes.
So, but thank
If
you.
you like a water, you can have a water.
I had my traditional Diet Coke and a little bit of wine and put a little too much force into opening a beer bottle. Broke the top. You know, I'm like, okay, I'll stick with the. It's like I just did this sober. I'll stick with the wine.
All right, well, thanks so much for coming to talk to us.
Thank you very
All right,
much.
enjoy the show tonight.
Definitely.
All right, tonight they are showing Unleashed at Victory Firehouse. It is the Kate Micucci film, and we are here at Southside Film Festival. Hi.
Hi, my name's Finn. I directed Unleashed, which you're seeing tonight.
Oh my gosh.
They asked me to come
We
in.
have a celebrity. All right, I'm Ashleigh from Hot Splices.
Oh, hi, Ashleigh.
We've been talking about the film all night. We're really excited about it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So, talk to us about the film. What made you want to do this?
Well, you know, I've been an independent filmmaker since '89. Well, I wrote for originally Paramount, Universal, and started to direct indies in '97. I had multiple films at Sundance, and you know, early in the indie world, you sort of respond to what's going on in the culture at the time. The 90s was a time that sort of required revolution. We were in a somewhat dormant state, so the films were more dark and radical. A couple years ago, when the news sort of started to go so awful, like the domestic shootings and the beheadings of the journalists, I thought in the 1930s they made comedies, human-based comedies, to remind us why we're here. Because if you want, I found in the indie world, a lot of the times documentaries are speaking to the converted, and the way to really reach people is to remind them what is good about life, what is good value. And one of the taglines in this film is "Love doesn't have a species." I'm from Oakland, so when I started to direct indies, I made a point of trying to make every film in the Bay Area that I've made, which I've succeeded in doing, knock wood. And so particularly this film, I have a lot of women friends in the 40s and 50s who have tried internet dating. And they feel very commodified because it's all about what do you look like, how old are you, how much do you weigh, how much money do you make? And I thought, why do animals open up something to people? It's because they don't care about any of that. They can sort of tell if you're a good person or a bad person. So in this film, Kate Micucci is a tech person who gets ripped off by her boyfriend, does not trust men anymore. And she's sort of a woman in a male-dominant industry. So she So she rescues a cat and dog from the shelter. And on the night of the full moon, they escape into the night and turn into men and come back to lure. They're very different kind of men. She doesn't know that they're her pets. So the cat's kind of like reclusive and like, don't come to me, I'll come to you. And whereas the dog's like, I could stare in your eyes all day, what can I get you? And when they say, do you want to sleep together now? They literally just mean sleep. Like they don't really want anything from her. And she's confused by it and kind of loves it, and she doesn't know what's happening. And it's ultimately, she learns, like we do through animals, to trust herself again, believe in herself, through the unconditional love of these non-human entities, And that's what it's about. And we've had great success with it. It's coming out in theaters August 25th. It was bought by Voltage at Level 33. So it'll be in theaters August 25th and on demand at Showtime and all of that.
Awesome. Now, question: do you have any pets?
I had tons of pets growing up. I'm a vegan. I worked in wildlife research, and I babysit my friends' dogs. But because I'm a director, when you're a director, you work 100 hours a week. When you're shooting, you travel all over the country, all over the world. And I feel too guilty every time I leave them. So all my friends say you should get a little dog and make it a service dog so it can travel with you. All my friends harass me because I can't go down the street without interacting with every dog I pass, So I love them deeply, but as a single person, it's hard, And I've also, my record with relationships is 4 years. I've been in a bunch of them, but every time I do a movie, I kind of become a ghost for 1 or 2 years, and it's difficult that way too, So, yeah.
All right. Well, let's say if you could pick one. You said you had a lot of animals as a kid.
Yes.
If you had one animal from your childhood that, let's say, there's a supermoon, and they turn into a human, who would be like your best friend? Which one would you want?
Boy, that's a really tough one. I had a cockatiel named Corky who would always come out dancing my finger and put his head under my chin, and his crest would be going up and down, and he was very vocal. And I went away I drive back east when I was a teenager, and my mom was supposed to be feeding him. She died while she was gone. But those birds live a long time. They're very pre-anthropomorphized, I guess. They're very, probably Corky, I'd have to say. Yeah.
That would be great. So that would be like your friend that you take to karaoke and...
and you want to know what they're thinking, right?
Yeah.
They adore you. They want to be around you. What are they thinking? What's going on in their minds? And I did so much research when I made this film. I found out why a cat does this to your shoulder. I found out why dogs stare at your face. There's a reason for all of it, and it's in the movie. These are all facts that I used in terms of describing the human behavior. And it's a great cast. We have Sean Astin from Rudy and Lords of the Rings. Kate McCucci grew up here. She's in Garfunkel and Oates, Big Bang Theory, Don't Think Twice. She's coming out in The Little Hours. Hannah Mae Lee from Pitch Perfect, 1, 2, and 3. Josh Brenner from Silicon Valley. 2 guys from the Showtime show Shameless. Kevin, who plays the bartender, his wife is African American, and Jimmy, the boyfriend from the first 4 or 5 seasons. So Jimmy's the cat, and Kevin, the tall guy, is the dog, the Labrador, in the film.
Now, were you part of the casting decision to kind of like figure out
Completely.
Who is going to look like this cat, and not just look like, but have the mannerisms of a cat? Because I've had a lot of cats.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's still going. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, definitely the casting was interesting because it started with the lead actress, the woman. And in Hollywood, well-known actresses for the most part really, they send you wonderful actresses, but they're all sort of, I want to say, the pretty blonde stereotype. And it's harder to transport. And Kate is a very beautiful woman, but she's not that stereotype. It's just refreshing enough that I feel like I can relate to this person.
I remember there was an episode of Garfunkel and Oates where she wore a blonde wig and tried to be that person.
She's amazing, and she loves this part of the world so much. And from there, one of our great casting directors mentioned Steve Howey from Shameless, and they knew him. He had also been on Reba. He's a great dramatic and comedic star. And then I said, well, what about that other guy in Shameless, Jimmy? His eyes look just like a cat. And so Justin, who's done more drama, studied with an animal movement coach for 2 or 3 weeks, so he nails the role of the cat.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to it. I have a feeling that more so than other animal films, you're going to learn, people who come to watch this are going to learn a little bit more about their animals and how they interact with people after they realize how much their animals love them.
It's really, I think the film in a sense is, it's more about the difficulty humans have in loving each other or believing the love they're receiving. You know, it's kind of more about that in a way.
It's kind of be more open.
Yeah, and the walls we create for each other and all that stuff.
All right. Well, thank you
Thanks
so much for stopping by.
Great, thanks. Great to be here.
All right. All right, we are still live here at the Southside Film Festival. Everyone is about to go over. Oh, hi. Would you like to be on? We're live. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Hi, I'm Ashleigh.
Hi, I'm Tara. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Tara. What are you doing here at the festival?
This is my space. It's called Color Me Mine. It's a paint your pottery studio. We always have 700, 800 different pieces of pottery to choose from. And you can paint anything you like, and we glaze it, fire it, and it comes out like this, and you can use it.
Oh, nice.
You can make it personal with handprints, and it's home, heartfelt, made by hand. So
now you have a lot of different things. Like you're kind of taking part in the community by being part of the Southside Film Festival.
This is our second year hosting the Southside Film Festival. We also do a lot of community outreach programs, and we work with the brothers and sisters, Big Brothers, Big Sisters,
yeah.
And we also teach once a week for free at Lincoln Leadership Academy, and we love being a part of this community.
All right. Now, here at the Southside Film Festival, it looks like there's a raised fist, and that's kind of the logo for the film festival
for this year.
I'm gonna ask you a question about people wanting to cut arts out of the school. Now, I know that happens a lot, like with film festivals, like a lot of people like use film and art to try to express themselves. What makes a place like this so important to a community where, sometimes kids don't get that opportunity, or even adults when they were kids didn't get that opportunity?
I think cutting art out of education is an atrocity. I think it's just as important as mathematics. And I think that we maybe fill the gap a little, by being in this community that, they can come and express their creativity here or have a creative outlet. But I think that we should be doing so much more with art. It should be just as important as football and all the other things that unfortunately are deemed more important, and I don't believe that's true. So.
Now, but you get people of all kinds in here. What kinds of programs do you have? Like groups and...
Well, we have camps. We do ladies' night. We have some summer camps for kids. We do birthday parties. We do bridal showers. We do all kinds of things. We have ladies' night. Every Thursday night is ladies' night. We're BYOB. So come bring your girlfriends, have fun, and paint with us.
All right. Now, are ladies' nights only for ladies? Like, is that pretty strict?
No, we actually say ladies and gents night.
There you go. Right.
No, we don't exclude anybody. And we have people who come to paint with us that have a 1 week old that they want to do footprints. And we had someone celebrate their 90th birthday party here as well.
So there's a little something for people of all ages.
Yes, there is. And we love everyone, and we want everyone to come visit us.
All right. If there's one thing that someone can come here and they can make something on a canvas, or they can paint pottery or something like that. It's just something like, personally, I can't afford to buy art, even though I would love to hang art in my tiny little apartment. This is a place where someone can come and just kind of express themselves and then show everyone,
Yes.
this is what I did. Like, this is something that I'll be able to kind of hold on to.
Yeah, I belong to the school of thought that art is not elitist. It's for everybody. And even if it's a scrawl on a sheet of paper by a 3-year-old, it should be just as beautiful as a Picasso. And it's representative of that time, of that place, of that memory. And I truly believe that is what art should be for that person.
Awesome. Well, thanks for stopping by. Are you going to be able to see some of the films?
I hope to.
All right. There's a lot. There's like 71 films.
One free studio pass to come back anytime.
One free studio pass. You should stop by Color Me Mine. When are you guys open?
Mondays through Wednesdays, we're open 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. And Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays we're open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. And Sundays we're open 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. too.
So 7 days a week.
7 days a week.
7 days a week, you can come to Color Me Mine, you can do art, you can express yourself and show it off.
We have student discounts, military discounts, and a lot of deals. So check out our website before you come here.
The website is
LehighValley.colormemine.com.
all right. Well, thank you, Tara, so much
Lovely
for
to meet
stopping
you.
by. It's nice
Thank
to meet
you.
you too. All right, we are here at Color Me Mine in South Bethlehem. Whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. We're here at Color Me Mine and in South Bethlehem. We have been going live here at the 14th Annual Southside Film Festival. If you would like to come, raise your fist, talk about film, or just watch films. You don't have to come and talk to people, but you have that opportunity. We just spoke to the director of the opening night film, Unleashed, Finn, and he is just a darling. Just a darling. Makes me want to go out and get a pet because the way that he talks about pets and their unconditional love, that's what his film is all about. And so that's the film that's going to kick off the first of 71 films that is going to kick off the Southside Film Festival here in Bethlehem in the South Side. Now, tonight, everyone's going to go over, pretty soon actually, it's a little after 7 on the East Coast, everyone's going to go over to Victory Firehouse to watch some of the films. I would like to introduce myself. I'm Ashleigh Strange from Hot Splices. You can check us out, Hot Splices on the Facebooks, and you can get your free pass, mine's free. You can get your pass to see some of these great films at ssff.org or southsidefilmfestival.com. You can come to Color Me Mine right now. It's on 3rd Street. You can come pick up a pass. You can come pick up tickets. You can watch 1 movie. You can watch 5 movies. You can watch 10 movies. But we have a unique chance to talk to a lot of people in film. We have a unique chance. I'm getting a look. I think I'm a little loud. We have a unique chance to talk to people who make the films, the people who produce the films. Earlier, we talked to Jackie, who is one of the producers of King of the Buskers. And King of the Buskers, I'm going to find it right now. There's 71 films. I got a little scrolling to do. All right, King of the Buskers, Jackie Ferris, and it's about a street performer with aspirations of making it big. It's a documentary short. And the reason Glenn Kohler was here, he's one of the people that's actually running this. And Glenn Kohler was here talking about why it's a raised fist. And it's a fist holding a camera because a camera has the opportunity to really change a lot of people. We have films from all over the world. We have films from Mexico, Ireland, the United Kingdom, China, the United States. They're from everywhere, and they're from people from all walks of life just wanting to make a difference. Nobody wants to talk? Anybody? Nobody wants to talk to me. That's fine. All right, hello there. Would you like to come talk to me? No, he doesn't want to talk to me either. That's cool. We're here at Color Me Mine. I just received 1 free studio fee to put together some art here, and I'm going to show you a little bit. So they've got a bunch of pottery that you can paint. They have different things that you can draw, and it's a pretty good spot. It's a pretty good spot. Hello there. Nope, you don't want to talk to me either. That's fine. That's cool. We're just here talking about films. Film festivals are unique in the sense that you have the opportunity to watch a film that you've probably never even heard of, to watch a film that you don't know anything about. But you can go in and you can be kind of transformed in this summer of superhero movies and sequels. You can come to the Southside Film Festival, and you can talk about films, or you can just watch them and you can just be transformed, or you cannot be transformed. It's all up to you. So it looks like there's a lot of people kind of heading out the door because I think that they are all headed to watch. There we see Jackie Ferris, who spoke with us earlier, and we love the chance to talk to her, and we want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. We are going to head over to the Victory Firehouse. It is almost 7:30, so we want you to come with us, pick up a ticket, watch Unleashed, starring Kate Micucci, Nazareth native, and we're going to have a Q&A with the director afterwards, even though you just had a Q&A with the director with me. So we're very glad that you were able to tune in. And from Hot Splices, Ashleigh Strange and Michael Gontosky, that's him right there. We hope you have a good evening. Tune in, Hot Splices, on Facebook and on YouTube. Bye!